Hey everyone, welcome to another video by Leslie, Dollarlabs team, right? So in this video, we'll be taking a look at what exactly is maximum quantity and how you can leverage that in your discount offer, right? So we'll just go through the definition first, what it does and where you can find it. And then the last part is how it works. So let me share my screen. So first we'll go through instead of the definition we'll go through and find where it is. So first of all, it's only available on the unified discount v2 because that is the latest discount function, right? And these two are actually legacy right now. So in the unified discount you can go inside and you can find the maximum quantity within each product discount. It is not available for order and shipping classes within the unified discount. It's only available for the product classes, and you will understand why in just a moment. So if you click the settings, you can find max quantity. If you enable this, you will have the maximum quantity available to configure on the discount level. This is on the discount level, and now you have one more maximum quantity on the config level as well. This is for the entire function, right? So let's say you have multiple configs and you want to set a maximum quantity on the entire function, you can do that as well. So that's one. Now, what exactly is max quantity? What does it do, right? So that's a great question. So first is that so let's take the same discount case as before, as we took on the earlier case. Let's say I want to configure a discount where I want to say that any items from this hydrogen collection, if the user purchases more than $100 of it or something like that, like any amount, right? If user does X and Y from this collection, any items from this collection hydrogen will be given, let's say, a 20% discount. Now, if I want to, let's say, limit that 20% discount, not on the item itself, not on all items from the collection, but instead, if I want to limit it on the quantity, right? Let's say I want to say that only one item from this one item, as in like one quantity of item, right? So let's say if I want to say a rule like, set a rule like, I want only one quantity of item from this collection to receive the discount, let's say. So in this case, what would happen is that, so instead of giving the discount to all of the applicable line items, so that would be all items that are here in my cart. Instead of doing that, what it will actually do is that, let me delete this as well. So if I say one quantity, it will actually split the line item. So in my case, liquid, right? It has liquid and then there is hydrogen. Both of them are quantity 2 right now. But instead what will happen is that liquid will become quantity 1, and here it will become another item with quantity 1, and this will become hydrogen quantity 2. Now basically what will happen is that this will get the 20% discount, let's say, and for this one no discount, right? And for this one as well, there'll be no discount. So this is what happens when you set up a limit on the quantity level. Now the best part about this is that when you're configuring this, this can actually be set to automatically scale. So you can configure more of these buy it get Y use cases much easily, right? So what do I mean by scale, right? So if you see the maximum quantity use case here, right, you can see that there is another option called dynamic. So so far what we've explored is the fixed option. So in the fixed option, you basically define that, say I want to give 10% off to hydrogen items, right? Items which are part of the hydrogen collection, and let's say hydrogen collection. And let's say if customer purchases at least one item, at least two items in the cart, so that's greater than one, then I'll get maybe one item free, one item at 10% off, right? So this is how you can configure the fixed discount, fixed quantity, fixed value of maximum quantity. Now there's one more option here, dynamic. What it actually does is that you can set a maximum limit. This is a ceiling of sorts, right? Up to how much do you actually want to give, so that there is no discount abuse, right? And the second one is you can also set up something called uh, the scaling rule, right? So you can choose which card group you want to use, and you have these following options, right? So you can say that if I want the quantity, right, to be divisible by 2, right? And the quotient of that quantity will always be used to set how much items is given for free. So you can say that uh, if you buy from, you can set rules like this. If you buy from X collection, half, so of the quantity of what you buy is given as discount in Y collection. So that'll be like, let's say if I, as a customer, I have hydrogen collection, right? Let's say I purchase like 10 items from hydrogen collection totally, right? So what will happen is that I can say that if it is divisible by 2, so any item that they purchase from, let's say, oxygen collection, then maybe let's there's another collection for that. 5 items from that oxygen collection will get a 10% discount. You can set rules like this. So 10 divided by 2 gets 5%, 5 items of oxygen, 10% off. So you can set these auto scaling rules as well, and then you can also set a limit on the auto scaling rules to ensure that nobody abuses your discount and just scales it infinitely or whatever, right? So you can set these rules also. So you have variables which are available here are, you can set the card groups, and the variables that are available are line count, quantity sum, unique product count, unique variant count, and just all is basically it just checks it and it will just work, right? So there's no variable that you're specifically using. And same thing here, you can also do none in the operator, which basically means that if that card group is present, it will just give the math discount as the uh, sum of the items in the card group. Now you can use line count, quantity sum, unique product count, and all of those, and add, subtract, divide, and in the division it will take the quotient, which is always flowed. So basically what that means is that fraction numbers are not taken, only the whole number is taken. Multiply, modulo, and none. None means that it will work at all cases. Hopefully you found this video helpful. If you have any questions or doubts about any of this, right, feel free to reach out to us at any point in chat or even on through email, and we should be able to help. um, yeah, see you in the next video.